Welcome back, guys. CSB here. So, servers are down. We're just going to run over what the meta actually is and see how correct I was from the last one. I think that will be pretty fun. I think I had some that were very correct, and I think my healer picks were slightly off, but it was submitted before they actually did the final tuning for the healers. So, my healer checks are a little based, but, can't always win. First, we have to go, if you're on Raiderio, go to your Mythic Plus. If you want to see all timed run leaderboards, you would select time run leaderboards. If you want to go by only your class, you can go by spec leaderboards and literally pick just your spec. And then over here is kind of an overview of every single class, but you'll get tank, healer, DPS. Up here's your specs. Teams aren't so much right now. I wouldn't be too concerned about that. So let's check on the meta right now for timed runs. I don't really care about highest runs or anything. I want to know what is being timed this season with what comp. So, 114 key done with a unholy DK. Actually, this is crazy what they're doing with this. They're making the first pull worth so much by using Incarn, and then the unholy DK just does 20 million DPS. It's kind of nuts. And then it can't really die. I don't even know if there's a single key. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 keys on the top of the list with speed. Yeah, speed and casual addict. So the absolute pinnacle players of the game are running without an AUG. I wouldn't probably recommend doing anything over a 12 with an AUG. So for our main meta comp, I said it was going to be a Arcane Mage, Frosty K, Guardian, AUG, Holy Paladin. Once again, this was before the massive 6% nerf of Holy Paladin, so this easily changed out with Resto Shaman. 50% of the players are playing Resto Shaman. It's kind of nuts. And then we kind of line up here. The only difference from my pick there was they're running a Frost Mage in this setup for consistent damage at all times, which is kind of weird to me that they wouldn't go just. It has to do more single target than Frost Mage, but I don't know. If you're doing a world first 14, you pick. They probably know something more than me. So that's really cool. Next one, we do see the Vengeance Demon Hunter. I said that we would see Vengeance as a hidden full ranged meta comp, but I guess Disc hasn't really jumped itself up to the absolute top level yet. So I don't think a full range Destro Arcane AUG comp with a Disc Priest to PI the proper target at that time. Because the best part about Destro Arcane is one of them will probably be ascending during that pull, and then that person could just call out and be like, hey, give it to me or give it to the Arcane. And then one of them just absolutely obliterates that pack. So having a Disc Priest be able to buff both of these guys in cooldowns, absolutely nuts to me. I still think that that's going to be showing up right here. We're not seeing many Warlocks at the top of the list. I also believe that's because a lot of Warlocks are not playing it in their... Oh, we see one. So we have a 1 Affliction Warlock. So that doesn't bode very well for them. I'm not saying it's good. The main comp right now, Augmentation with an Arcane Mage, with a Frosty DK, Resto Shaman. You can... Warrior seems to be tankier than Bear Druid, but Bear Druid also buffs the group better. You get an entire Mark of the Wild for the whole group is better than just attack power on a DK. But you also run the risk of dying as a Guardian Druid. So I think if you're better at Prot Warrior, you play Prot Warrior. If you're better at Guardian, you play Guardian. If you can play both, you play both based on the key. There are definitely keys that are better for Guardian. There's definitely keys that are better for Prot Warrior. So our main meta comp this season appears to be a Mage AUG DK comp with a Restoration Shaman Healer and a Guardian Druid. That is our main comps this season. I don't think this is representing our DPS, our melee DPS comps anywhere near as much. This is my melee DPS comp, but now we're going to take out Holy Paladin. I think Mistweaver is still fine for this. I think right here, right now, this comp, Frost DK, Assassination Enhance, Prot Warrior, Mistweaver, could do the highest level key in the game. I'm concerned about Enhancement Shaman Living. That's it. But let's say the Enhancement Shaman lives. This comp will do more damage than I think anything else can. It's so cranked out of its mind. You have great single target profile from the enhancement shaman, super AoE. They all have AoE. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is a great comp. I think we're going to start seeing this more when people get more geared, because I think Enhancement Shaman is going to be scaling better and better and better as the tier goes on. We're going to start seeing Fire Mage coming out. But right now, still, I think the only thing we change here is Resto Shaman. But our main core comp, Mage, DK, Guardian, Og. That's the main core comp with a Resto Shaman. You cover pretty much everything. You got Poison Dispels. You got different DRs from the Bear Druid. He can sometimes take different talents to help heal the group at the same time. So Mage doesn't really die. AMS on every single person is just so good. Well, 3 people out of 5. So overall, meta has not changed too much. I wish during my comp, when I made this video, I thought I had waited for all of the patch notes, because I don't want to just keep sending stuff out there. I wanted to, if you click, it's correct. And I think for the most part, we were very close, but a 6% aura nerf on a Holy Paladin kind of took it out. And it's still not even bad. This would have been if they didn't change that, they make a huge nerf and then buff the damage of Resto Shaman, I believe that this is still what we would have seen. If we get any nerfs on Resto Shaman, or we get buffs on Holy Paladin, I think we're back into this comp. I think Holy Paladin helps the team live slightly more with the profiles of these dungeon sets. So the new updated tier list is kind of still the same. I don't think too much has changed, just the healer. The healer has changed. Rest of the Shaman's King. Warrior, Prot Warrior, very good. You can just pretty much run it. Like right here, we have a Frost DK Assassination Rogue comp, so this is pretty good. I like this. I know that this is just pretty much one of the best teams that's ever played World of Warcraft, so I'm not going to put too much stock into literally what they play, because they will probably play whatever they want to and still time it regardless. That's just, Speed is, if I playing a character and Speed is playing that character that season, I watch him constantly. This is a great person to watch. Speed of Life, V Speed. I think this might literally be one of the best players in the game ever. And as you can see, Dragonflight, rank 1, Shadowlands, rank 1, rank 2, overall, Legion, only rank 2, right? On his first season ever playing, so terrible. Yeah, this guy right here, if you ever, apparently he's playing Rogue right now, but I think he plays, I'm sure he could play everything. Rogue, Monk are what you should really be watching this guy for. If you're playing a Rogue or you're playing a Monk, you watch Speed, you copy him. If he does something, he did it for a reason. You don't even have to think about why he did it. Just be like, okay, I know that I have to do that. That's how I got better at Havoc Demon Hunter. He was playing Havoc in season 3, and I was kind of copying him back and forth. I was copying him before then, but then I started taking the game a bit more seriously. So I hope this helps refine the meta a slightly more. So any questions, let me know below.